Graysonreport! Happy Monday! How is everyone doing? What's up? Nikki Bella, Tyrana, Heather, whatever, D Nice, Matthew, Diane, Gunner Girl, Elaine, Joanne, Wendy, Delea Lux, Tammy. Matthew says, I saw your comment. Where'd it go? Lisa or Luke ROTJ. Lightsaber, just the wait for it to ship out. Oh, I hate when you buy something and then you're like so excited to get it and then you have to wait. I don't know, Matthew, are you the type that looks at the tracking like I do to see when it's coming? Jennifer Marie, what's up? Logical Spock. D Nice, thank you for being a member of the Wolf Pack for 8 months. Happy holidays. Where is the duck? As always, Skeleduck is somewhere in my background. And just remind me at the end of the stream, I will reveal its location. How's everyone's Monday going? Mine was going good until a crazy customer came into the store and started acting crazy with one of the associates. Kind of made me nervous to leave the store because she was crazy. Matthew goes, yes, many times every 30 minutes. And thank you for gifting 5 memberships. Welcome, Wendy, NJS55, Eastern Arkansas Transparency, Panda Bear, Aaron Cooper, to the Wolf Pack, hearts for Anne Marie and all the new Wolf Pack members. You're all blurry, so I can't find the duck. I wonder what's going on. I got full strength today. Heather, whatever goes, sorry about that, Lisa. Rough end of the day. It was literally at the end of my day. And I kind of did not want to leave because I was afraid. I was nervous leaving the store. Bernadette, thank you for being a member of the Wolfpack for 8 months. Good evening, Lisa. Chloe says hi. Say hi back to Chloe for me. Bernadette, and hearts for Bernadette as well. Jen, what is up? Jennifer Marie is going, I'm pretty sure it might be on my end because my internet's kind of wonky sometimes. Cheryl, what's up? I think I could see the duck No, Cheryl's blurry too. Maybe it's on my end. I do not know what's going on. Because it's saying I got decent. Hold on. Yeah. Like even my tablet's clear. Because I have myself playing live on my tablet and it's clear. And my tablet's on the same internet. That's why I was going to say maybe it's on my end, and then I look over and I'm like, wait a minute, I'm clear. D Nice goes, no, you look sharp to me. Bernadette found the duck. Chris Barber goes, I think you're clear. Heather whatever goes, I finally see the duck now. Leonard goes, I worked at Mervin's. Glad to see you in the chat, Eastern Arkansas Transparency. Daniel, what's up? With the clear screen here. Looks good here. Okay, Jennifer Marie refreshed, and you and our favorite duck are super clear. Cheryl, same thing. She went clear. Mervin's. Yeah, it was a crazy... Leonora, what's up? It was crazy. Duck was easy this time, I know. I kind of gave it away this time, but Nuke the fridge, what is up in the house? But yeah, she was a crazy customer and I kind of was afraid to walk out the store. And all the associates were like, you want me to walk you out? I could walk you out. I was like, no, because I was gonna do a little shopping. But ended up being okay, but that's kind of a little unsettling because it was a crazy customer that just went crazy on one of my associates and then went crazy on me. But oh, Heather, whatever. Thank you for your PayPal earlier, and you said something, but I can't find it. You said I didn't have your email. Channel is Lighthouse something, and story is a flight attendant ghost after the 9/11 crash in a Penfield. She knocked on a door of a house near there. Heather, whatever. Email Grayson. Here, I'll put it in the chat. Give me a second, guys. Email Heather, what? Because I couldn't find it. I even tried to search it, and I got lighthouses. I got some cool stories I could share for later about lighthouses, but I couldn't find that particular one. So go ahead and email me. And guys, if you haven't smashed that like button yet, go ahead and do so. Chris Barbara was worse than a Karen. But yeah, super crazy people. But yeah, that's how the end of my day. It was such a great productive day. I was getting things done. And then some crazy person just decided to go crazy. I guess she's like a regular, but I've never seen her before. But I know next time if I do see her, I'll just grab management. Upper management. The one cuz yeah. She was crazy. Super crazy. Leonore, a Karen is like someone that wants to, I don't know how you would describe it. Someone that complains about, I don't know how, you know what? I don't exactly know how to explain it. Like someone that wants to cause a scene for something dumb, for nothing that's, or wants to be another everyone's business. Correct me if I'm wrong. Wants to be nosy. Heather, whatever goes like a troll in person. Yeah, entitled. Daniel Miles goes entitled. Could be having a bad day and was taking it out on us. You know, I don't know. I don't know that person. I've never seen her before. Elaine goes, so my hub said when he flew up for work, he asked if Mineral Wells was haunted, and they straight up said yes. Oh, that is cool. D Nice goes, a Karen wants to speak to your supervisor. Yes, that happened to me at the time, which I should have sent it to my higher supervisor, but that's what I will do the next time because she was just crazy. Like she was taking everything we were saying the wrong way. I hope she doesn't because she was making a big scene. Like getting super loud. To the point where I'm like, is she gone? Like I walked into the main office. I was like, is she gone? Because I didn't feel comfortable walking out the store. Tyrana goes, a Karen is one that complains and causes a big fuss. Yes, for nothing. Diane spotted the duck. Just remind me, guys, and I will reveal its location for you guys. Heather, whatever. Thank you for your PayPal. Hearts for Heather, whatever. Down payment on a pepper spray. I attached one to my pack. Thank you, Heather, whatever. I may need to. Thank you. I appreciate that, Heather, whatever. What's up? Thank you for the support. What's up, Patrick? How's it going? Hearts for Heather, whatever, guys. Jen saying a Karen is like a child throwing a temper tantrum on the floor, kicking and screaming. Yes, yes, just like that. And there's nothing you can really do about it. Glad to hear, Patrick. Bernadette goes, I work with too many Karens. You know how hard it is for me to keep my mouth shut and fist closed. Well, yeah, it's like you can't do anything. It's kind of out of in my that's what my coworker was saying. She was like, I can't do anything and I didn't want to sit there and take that. I didn't want her talking crap to me. So I walked away and she followed her. So it was like that's where and then I happened to be in the back room and that's when I was hearing her. I was like, she was crazy. Heather, whatever goes, the customer's always sort of right. Maybe not. Shh, don't tell the bot. Well, in this case, we just wanted to get her out of the store. But whatever I said didn't work. It just peed her off more. Chris Barber goes, you can't reason with the unreasonable. Definitely, you can't. But the big guns were sent in, and he was able to get her out of the store. So that was what mattered. Patrick goes, people are crazy nowadays. They are. Daniel goes, that's how YouTube videos are made. I know, I may pop up on one. You heard my story. Somebody recorded it. I'll be like, oh yeah, that's me. I'll do a YouTube video about a YouTube video about me. Diane goes, that's my coworker was that. She was more upset because it was embarrassing. It is. Because like you're just making you're making you look like a fool, in other words. But that was the end of my day. I mean, I guess it's lucky I didn't start my day like that, but now now I'm gonna be watching my back when I leave the store. You never know with people nowadays. Like seriously. That's how I am when on my late shift. I always look I don't like parking too far. So I'll try to park kind of close and I'm always looking around to see who's cuz the parking lot's dark. Gunner Girl goes, the holidays really bring out the ugly in people. Definitely. It does. Leonard goes for yes. Yes. Jennifer Marie, it was a crazy customer. I guess my coworker was trying to I don't even know if I should be talking about it. She was just crazy. I don't know if I could be talking about it because you know how some employment, but she was trying I'll abridge it. She was trying to help the customer and she took it the wrong way and started cursing her out and then walked away. And then I guess she helped another customer and that peed her off. So then she started going after her, chasing. She basically followed her all the way to the back room. And then that's when I came in and I asked what happened. And she was like, this girl, this and that, basically saying she wouldn't help her, which I know is wrong because I know that person. And I was like, I go, you can't follow people like to the back room, but I will give her. And then she just blew up. I want her M and F and name, this and that. And I go, I'm not cursing at you. So don't curse at me and you can leave. And then that's when she got super aggressive and started getting real loud and the big guns had to be brought in to take care of her. Patrick goes, you never know what the universe will bring to you, but just be prepared to figure it out. It just put it this way, I was kind of nervous going out leaving work. So I kind of stayed a little later. Oh, Jennifer Marie, that would have peed her off even more. But luckily my upper management was able to get her out of the store. But she was called me a racist, called her a racist, called everybody a racist. So I was like, I just hope I don't see her again, but I know I'll just grab upper management. I won't even. I'll be like, she's in the store, kind of thing. I won't even cross paths with her. Yeah, because it makes me. I was nervous, like leaving. I was literally like nervous leaving the store. So I'm not sure like what happened because I've never seen her before. Never had anyone like that crazy. I've had crazy people, but not that crazy. That's the reason why I don't I don't I'm not upfront. Because usually what I deal with is like, where's this, where's that? So it's kind of, you know, calm. You might get the occasional Karen where they get irritated because someone gives them the wrong information or something, but not like that. Bernadette goes, here's a quack, there's a quack everywhere, quack. I hope not. They said she's a regular. Jennifer Marie goes, we had to call the police last week at one of my jobs so someone would stop leaving us harassing VM, so I feel you. Whoa, wow. Oh, Cheryl King, I know. I know not to. No, serious. She looked like she was gonna beat the crap out of me. I'm not kidding you. She was all like, she was like, what? What? Like she had her chest like she was gonna. I was like, go ahead. I'm not. I was like, you're the one making a fool out of yourself, not me. Patrick goes, my problem is I speak too loudly and I get drunk. Sometimes it's good to speak loudly. Leonore! Dang, Leonore! What's up? Hearts for Leonore, guys! Thank you, Leonore, for that generous super chat. YouTube it goes, Lisa! Hearts for Leonore! You're freaking awesome! If I could curse, I would. You're effing awesome! Here you go! Awesome, Leonore! Oh my gosh! You're awesome! Thank you! Hearts for Leonore, guys, for that generous super chat. Dang, no, you're awesome, girl. Thank you. Thank you. Whoa. Thank you, Leah. You're awesome. There's not enough thank yous I could give you. That's just awesome. Daniel with the F and A. Exactly. F and A. without, without cursing. Only because YouTube shuts me down, but I would have said yeah. I would have got no. There's not enough thank yous, Leonore. I really appreciate it. But yeah, that makes me think like I need to get out of there sooner than later. Cuz just because we're in a decent city doesn't mean you don't get the crazies. So but thank you, thank you. Thank you. Wendy's or Lisa 24/7. That is my goal, but I do have a backup as well cuz it's always good to have a backup, a plan B. So I am working toward a plan B. But it made me realize, like I was saying, that I do need to get out of there sooner or later, even though that doesn't happen all the time, but still. Daniel goes, abbreviating cuss words makes me think of the movie Cop. Leonard goes, I know working part times at Mervin's. Yeah, it's rough. I know I may need to just like when I'm walking out of the store, not in the store because I could get in trouble if I'm on the clock and in the store, but when I'm walking out, definitely for sure. There's a lot of cameras there, but still, you never know. All right, guys, we're going to get into the main topic. And thank you for listening to my crazy day today at work. I'm still kind of like Wendy Lewis lives like 45 minutes away from me, or I would, but it's still kind of like affected me a little bit. Heather, whatever goes, keep Lisa safe. But we are going to go into the first main topic because I'm trying something a little different, or I've been. D Nice goes, we still, yes, we do. Um, I've been trying something a little different. I've been going off with the main topic first and then going into Ghost in the News. And this is from Fort Worth. And it was written a couple days ago, or actually today or yesterday. Oh, today. Um, Something in the water, paranormal investigations in mineral wells. The quaint town of Mineral Wells has something dark lurking beneath its surface, and we couldn't help but try to figure out what the heck it is. On my way into Mineral Wells, I saw 6 vultures hopping beneath a road sign. Under normal secular circumstances, that's an evil omen, but I was hunting ghosts and was cheered. After all, what's so spooky about Mineral Wells? It's a cute small town with boutique shops and cafes, though potholes are still everywhere. A local bumper sticker runs, I'm not drunk, I'm dodging potholes. The roads are cratered like they've been bombarded, maybe by some of the aircraft from the closed down army bases in town. But in a way, it adds charm. This isn't a town where you'll find people putting on airs. They still wear cowboy hats and boots without a shade of irony. The pine green welcome sign as you come in calls Mineral Wells the home of crazy, which makes it the perfect hunting grounds for the paranormal. The town is on the cusp of full modern modern modernity. Soon, the tactile real history will go into obscurity. That history is still in your face as you drive through. You don't go from chewing tobacco to bubblegum overnight. All the downtown buildings are marked 1899 at the top. Back then, this was still the Wild West. Right next door to Cowtown, Mineral Wells caught enough of the beef boom to keep going until the finding of the mineral waters. The story goes that a crazy woman drank the water and it restored her sanity. That's where the Crazy Water Hotel gets its name. Oh, that's kind of cool. That set off a resort boom. There were plenty of medicinal spas in the country and a few in Texas, but Mineral Wells quickly became the happening place to go. The water was clean and didn't stink, unlike the other resort towns with brown water that the hogs won't drink, according to Judge Lynch, the discoverer of the Mineral Wells water supply. Elaine goes, born in Fort Worth. What can I say? Wendy goes, crows are significant. The town became a destination spot. Wait a minute, hold on. Oh, and I skipped a paragraph. In 1926, an entrepreneur named T.B. Baker built a swanky hotel 14 stories high. Clashing with the cowboy countryside, the Baker Hotel lords like a ruined castle over the landscape. Before, people stayed in tents around the wells, but the Baker Hotel pivoted the customers to the rich. People made calls in the morning, took drives in the afternoon, and tended balls at night. That was fun in those days. The town became a destination spot. Movie stars like Judy Garland, Clark Gable, and Marlene Dietrich Dietrich stayed there and took the healing water. Even Lyndon B. Johnson and Lady Bird stopped in. But the time for that kind of thing went fast when the Great Depression hit. People had harder things on their mind. The hotel never really recovered, but it limped along until 1963 when it closed. It reopened a couple years later and closed again, this time for good in 1972. An investment group had bought the hotel and had plans to reopen it again, but when you see it now, you spot it from miles off. A grim, hulking, and peeling monster. You half expect to see post apocalyptic cooking fires on the roof. And in a building like that, there are a lot of eerie stories. But I wasn't here for the Baker Hotel. I was here to find the real ghost of Mineral Wells, the ones that have been in the hotel shadow since it shuttered in 1972. I started by gumshoeing around town, picking up leads. I stopped in the Conference, originally a general store. The gen- the chamber shares the space with the Texas themed shop called the Texas General Store. Off of some advice, I was steered to Witchworks, Antique, and Collectibles. Downtown Mineral Wells has had a facelift. There are trendy shops, a new florist, a restaurant that anywhere else would be called a gastropub. But half the town is still shut down. The Ritz Theater is boarded up, but you could still rent its matinee sign for $100. Some buildings are storage for the shops next door. The view through the dusty windows hidden by boxes. Walking past successful businesses, the sight of boarded up buildings is jangling. But for all that, the town was thriving. It was Saturday. Couples and families were window shopping. A prom was going on somewhere, and kids took pictures in their tuxes and dresses. The restaurants did good businesses. Several times we had to step off the sidewalk to let crowds pass. I noticed that both of the undertakers were on the outskirts of town. They weren't allowed in the square. Soon we made it to Witchworks. Wit Wits Chorks or Wits Chorkies. I feel like it's Wits Chorkies. The owner, Mark Witzchorky, was kind enough to let me and my cousin come in after hours. My cousin is my paranormal partner. You keep stuff like this in family. Wits Chorky is an antiques and collectible store with baubles and brick and brack piled high, axes, cassette tapes, Christmas decorations, a first edition Faulkner. There was everything a growing boy could need. I sent my cousin off to take pictures and question the owner. He had the shop for a quarter of a century and had never experienced anything paranormal. In fact, he wasn't a big believer in ghosts. I assured him that my love of the paranormal was ironic, but I still felt a smudge of judgment. But I had a job to do. We swept the place with our equipment. We took full spectrum pictures and Polaroids. We turned on some communication devices and asked questions. Listening later, the audio sample sounded suspiciously like pickup trucks driving by. I decided to call it. There was no paranormal feeling in the shop, just interesting stuff. My cousin stashed a record he wanted, and we thanked Mark and carried on. I was sure that our next target would give us something, the Happy Days Diner, a 50s themed restaurant. But what gave me the notion wasn't just the poster of Elvis and Fats Domino over the jukebox. I'd spoken with the owner, Alicia, and she told me of some experiences that people have had. See, the Happy Days Diner is right next to the Crazy Water Hotel, another hotel dating back to the early resort days of Mineral Wells. While not as big, the Crazy Water Hotel shares the same classic nostalgic aesthetic as the Baker Hotel, except that the Crazy Water is restored and open. Its lobby looks like the pictures that I've seen from back in the glory days. There are shops inside and a coffee bar. The mineral water sold from the wells today is named Crazy Water. In many ways, the Crazy Water Hotel is what the Baker hopes to be someday. The paranormal experiences of the Happy Days diners are usually linked to the Crazy Water Hotel. There are stories of little girl ghosts and customers in the restaurant not appearing on CCTV. A regular sat in the same booth in the back every day. One day he is in his usual spot when something cold enters him and says, "Get out." From the time on, he took a seat across the restaurant. Walking into the place, you don't feel a bad energy. There's an ice cream parlor and a bar to order food from. The ambiance is great, the wait staff attentive, and the coffee is strong. But I had my target in mind, the back booth. Wendy goes, "I like this one, Lisa." We slid into it and started our session with a device called the Envoy. It cycles through letters until triggered by environmental changes. The thought is that it should be impossible for random words to be spelt out. "Is there anyone here with us?" I asked to the air. A few moments of silence passed, then a hit. J. The scroller swung around the alphabet and selected E and F. We had a name, Jeff. We ran some of our other equipment to find out who Jeff is, but whoever it was left, which was all right because we had another appointment. The haunted Hill House, built back in the 1800s, was fitting us in. It's the hottest paranormal spot in town. In the heyday of in the heyday of the Baker Hotel, when celebrities flew in for spa treatments, the Hill House was a brothel and speakeasy that catered to the visitors. It even had its own mineral water well in the back. It sits right at the foothills of East Mountain, just under the welcome sign built across the mountain, like the Hollywood sign. In fact, the builder of the mineral well sign sold the idea to Hollywood and retired in riches. The Hill House is difficult to get into, but the owners agreed to show us around. They're a friendly couple named Kathy and Sunny Estates. Kathy, a lively and comely blonde, brought us into the first room. A doll leered at us, and an open coffin was shoved up against the wall. A plastic skeleton had been placed inside, looking like it was surprised to be there. Kathy laid on the bed and told us how just the night before it jumped and rattled. My cousin and I passed glances at each other. This might have been a little more than we were expecting. She took us into the house itself, through a room plastered with photographs of paranormal investigators and Ozzy Osbourne's son, into a living room. Dolls sat smiling on every flat place, and a bloody red light oozed through the rooms. On the couch, a doll in a velvet dress sat with its hands on its knees. I took a closer look and got face to face. "That's Belle, one of the good spirits," Kathy said. "Her eyes follow you around the room, and she blinks." "Oh, wow," I said, and made up my mind to never look at the doll again if I could help it. "Come on through here," she said, and opened a peeling door. My cousin insisted that I go first. Chivalry isn't dead after all. It was another bedroom and colder than sin, bristling with more dolls. She took us into the bathroom and we squeezed in. I leaned on the wall. "This is the site of a murder S. We found the brain matter right here on the wall." I stood up straight. It was confirmed by cadaver dogs. She showed us room after room, a poker room where over 200 people have been scratched, a scurrying room shared with a cursed doll, an axe room where an angry spirit chokes and batters the sleeping. You know what? Just because there's a bunch of dolls, I want to go. Just when I thought we were done with the dolls, Kathy took us into a child's room with clowns and stuffed animals dangling from the ceiling. A ventriloquist doll grinned on the bed. "Oh no, that's a lot of dolls," I said, always quick with an idea. Her husband, Sonny, had been milling around, not really saying anything, and Kathy passed us off to him for the upstairs store. I learned later that she refused to go to the second floor, and soon I'd find out why. Now standing in a bedroom haunted by a deformed child, Sunny came alive. For the first time that afternoon, I felt something twirling a finger in my beard. A fly, I thought, and swatted at it until we were in a dark attic sitting in Gothic chairs. We were the only living people in the house, and I felt the floors vibrate and creak like someone was walking around. Something somewhere watched me. I tried not to look at the door, afraid of what I'd find peeping around the corner. Sonny broke the news to us that the house wasn't home to just ghosts. No, there was something insidious creeping around. Abysmal entity, diabolic, a midnight spirit summoned by seances and rituals conducted in the very room where I was swatting at my beard. They called him Toby, though his revealed Latin name was Infernal, and it was time to make our introductions in his special room. I hesitated at the threshold. The room was Bible black, the air thick as gravy. I dived straight in. A semicircle of chairs and blacked out windows. I saw a white face down by my knees in the darkness, and my heart seized in mid pump. When the face didn't bite me, I looked closer. It was a Halloween decoration, a ghoulish child on a rocking horse. Sunny whacked the head, and the child's eyes lit up red, and eerie nursery music played. "You gotta hit this thing really hard, and then the eyes start up. That's one way that we communicate." I hated that room and turned my back on it to listen to Sunny. He told us how, just the night before, a group stood at the threshold. They called out to Toby, and he answered with a vicious stomp right at their feet. Sunny shoved us a video of the stomping. Sunny showed us a video of the stomping, and then he showed me a photo of the devilish creature itself. When the picture was taken, they didn't know that they were talking. They didn't know what they were talking to. They thought it was a child spirit, and someone snapped a picture in the doorway, clutching the frame with a clawed and furry hand. Was a beast. That's the closest word. It looked like a werewolf, baring its fangs and twisting its face in savage hatred. That put a face to the name. The uneasy feeling of being watched blossomed into full-fledged fear for the first time. Does it show any of the I guess this is the room with the creepy dolls? Doesn't look that creepy. Leader with the go, Lisa. Cheryl King goes, wow, ghost, beast ghost. Elaine says a GM of an industrial builder said the water from the well underground went up to Hot Springs, Arkansas. They have twin hotels apparently. Oh, that's crazy. Chris Barber goes, I wouldn't want to be scratched. Daniel Miles goes, if all they do is scratch you, that's not that bad, right? Sonny invited us to step into the hall, to my relief, but instead of giving us a cup of tea and some comfort, he broke out a spirit box. A spirit box is a device that sweeps through radio frequencies at a rapid pace. The idea is that spirits can speak through the white noise. A deafening chug, chug, chug rolled out of the speaker, and we went to yet another room where we could listen and see the Halloween decorations at a distance from our chairs. Sonny was gleeful now that he had the chance to feed me to a dark spirit. Do you want Daniel in there? The toy's eyes lit up and rocked back and forth before my name was all the way out of his mouth. I leaned back in my chair so I couldn't see it. The wisdom of the ostrich. On the spirit box, a deep male voice said my name 3 times. Go in there, Daniel, Sonny said. Yes, Daniel, go in there. I'd already decided to exit by the window, so I declined his offer. A woman's voice came through the spirit box. Daniel, it said. Sonny grinned at me. Do some of the girls working here want Daniel? I leaned forward in foolish hope, but the toy didn't go off. I decided that the only way I would be leaving that room was in a pack. Sonny asked more questions, rubbing his knee with excitement. I tried to find somewhere safe to look. The entire house was charged with electricity. It felt like sitting in a thunderstorm. I could have bet my mother's life that something was looking at me. It's a shame. She's a good mother, but that's how certain I was. Do you want us to quit? Sonny called out, and the toy lit up again. I think they want us to quit, a deep voice boomed out of the mechanical churning the spirit box. Quit. Leaving the room and heading downstairs, my cousin and I huddled so close. We could have shared a necklace. The downstairs felt fresh and airy after the floor above. My cousin and I excused ourselves for a few minutes to get some fresh air outside and try to process what happened. We had no answers. The toy was real. It was in the other room, and as we stood outside, both of us realized that we had felt the floorboards under us tremble like someone else was walking around it. It was impossible. I went back inside to use the restroom. I left the door open and refused to look in the mirror. Kathy met us in the kitchen, a safe rest area, even though a brutal murder had happened there too. She told us about the history of the house of mineral wells, but I kept getting distracted by my cousin's ringtone. Put your phone on silent. It is, he looked toward the door. I hear it too. Are you hearing the voices? Kathy asked, grinning. I could I could. Someone was walking around and talking upstairs. As clear as anything, someone was talking. Talking in anger, spitting out their words and kicking things around. Kathy carried on, but I couldn't focus. Behind her, the CCTV showed all the rooms in the house, and I saw lights buzzing around. I thought they were bugs, but something wasn't quite right about them and the way they flitted and hovered. I looked at the legend and saw that it was in Toby's room, the same room that someone was talking in. It's the most impossible thing to explain. It's like meeting an alien. You know it can't be happening, but your brain runs up against a brick wall because you can hear it right there and feel the weight of footsteps above you. It's there, but it shouldn't be. You begin to wonder if you can trust your own senses. We talked with Kathy and Sunny for another hour until the time came to leave. I made her mark my forehead with holy oil, and we piled into the car with our gear and drove out, waving at them. The rest of the drive was quiet. We stared ahead at the road, and I drove mechanically. A bee could have dropped, and we wouldn't have noticed. There was too much to think about. We'd gone to Mineral Wells to find the real story, the ghouls underneath, and right at that last moment, we got what we were asking for and more. Guys, what do you think of this article? It was like well written. So I guess this is the place they went to where they had the creepy um where it called out one of the investigators' name, who happened to be Daniel. D Nice goes, I told you all to grab some snack. This is good. Oh my god. Heather whatever goes freaky. Daniel goes very intense, very, very good. Chris Barber goes, I had a dog named Toby. One of my favorite country singers is actually Toby Keith. Heather whatever that was waiting for Daniel. Heather whatever goes friendly town. Wendy's like, I'm out the front door. I don't care. Cheryl King goes, I would have run away real fast. Gunner Girl goes, creepy. Bernadette, pretty cool story. Chris Barber goes, great story. It was really well written. I like sometimes how you get I need the fish is going, should have been a cowboy. I should have been No, I guess he's playing in Vegas tonight. The first two he played last night too, I believe. It's his first two shows back after I believe he's still battling cancer. And the fact he's like it's trying to take me down, but I'm not going to let it, so I figured I'll get and do some shows. So he's not letting it stop him. So I thought I like that's inspiring. But he's definitely a shell of the person he was before, which is kind of sad, but I'm glad he's doing well. Tyranna goes, great story. I'd be out of the door fast. Heather whatever goes, Mama, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys. Daniel Mills goes, well read too. Thank you. Heather whatever goes, God bless Toby Keith. Chris Barber goes, I don't picture you as a country fan. I know. I like country though. I do. I just haven't listened to country in a while, but I do. I like everything. I'm eclectic with my musical taste. I like everything except hip hop and rap. I grew up listening to country and oldies because of my dad. So I have a little heart for country and oldies. D Nice goes, house country. I like Alan Jackson, Toby Keith. Toby Keith being one of my favorites. Alan Jackson, I love Alan Jackson. I can't think of anybody else right now. Garth Brooks. Trying to think. I can't think of anybody else. Heather whatever goes, I like all kinds of music. Country is pretty kind of nice music. Tyranna goes, I love Toby Keith. Wendy goes, love me some country. Daniel Miles goes, Willie helps. Wendy goes, how about country rap? Clint Black, I did like some Clint Black. Travis Tritt. Not a big fan myself, but most other kinds of music. I like the older, I guess the country from the 90s and early 2000s. I haven't really listened to any of the newer stuff, but D Nice goes, I'm personally not a fan of country, but if you create something on the mixer, I will give a listen. I need to fish goes, Jelly Roll is a country and he raps. I'll have to check that out just to see country rapping. Diane goes, I saw Brooks and McIntyre in oh, that's cool. Wendy goes, can I bring you to the dark side of country music, Lisa? Kyle goes, my uncle is a pro musician doing new country. That is super cool. Heather whatever goes, that's the only music or used to be on stations driving on 395, so I made up my own words. Daniel Miles goes, save a horse, ride a cowboy. D-Nice sees the duck. What's up, Julissa? I need to fish goes, cue the Lost by Jelly Roll. Heather whatever goes, my dad's cousin did a song called Smoke, Smoke, Smoke. That's I need to fish says Struggle Jennings is country rap. I have to check that out just out of curiosity. Bernadette goes, I'm not a country music person, but I think my BF is converting me. It's not that bad. You just gotta be in the mood for it. Tim McGraw, Indian Outlaw. Tim McGraw is Faith Hill. I used to listen to Faith Hill too, Tim McGraw's wife. Julissa sees the duck. But just I don't know, just Toby Keith happened to pop up in my feed the other day and I was like, oh. So I decided to follow him on Instagram. So I've been hearing I was like, oh my God, I remember that song. Because he's playing clips of his tracks. And I was like, oh my gosh, I remember that song. Chris Barber goes, I used to listen to country back when I followed racing. I Need to Fish says, cue Troubadour by Troubled Souls by Struggle Jennings. That name is actually kind of cool. Wendy Marina goes, how about some Yellow Wolf? I don't think I've ever heard of Yellow Wolf. Merle Haggard I have. Daniel Miles with the Merle Haggard. I have heard. I Need to Fish goes, they play country music in a lot of the markets where I live. They kind of, where I work, it's a mix. So it's dance music, pop, country. Every time the country comes on, you're kind of like this. Waylon Jennings is good too. I'll have to check those out, just out of curiosity. To get my country on. But I know I don't strike to look like I would listen to country, but I do. Just I haven't in a while, but I do. All right, the next one. Next article I have on the list after talking about country. It was weird. He just popped out of nowhere like I had forgotten about country because I kind of fell out of it and then he popped up on my feed just out of nowhere. So I was like, "Oh my god." So it's kind of like I took it as a good omen, so I started following him. D Nice goes, I've been working with my therapist to help me with my dislike of country, being tied to motion sickness. Road tripping to Louisiana and Texas, I'm trying, but Taylor Swift ain't helping. Taylor Swift, she went pop. So I can't consider her, I don't know why, I just can't consider her country anymore. She went total pop and I don't know. Yeah, I agree. I Need to Fish. Taylor Swift isn't country. She started off as country. Mad respect for her, but now she's gone off the deep end and gone. She's going where the money is, so I can't, you can't blame her, obviously. But I feel like she can evolve doing what she should have started off. If pop was what was in her heart, she should have just stayed in it, not start country and then go into pop. Like Madonna has reinvented herself. So she's pretty much stayed true to her roots. She just reinvented herself. So, but I don't know. There's something about artists that start off at a certain genre and then they move to a different one. But that's weird because Stained, the lead singer, Aaron Lewis, he sings country. So, but I have mad respect for him. So I guess it just depends. But then he was honest in an interview. He said that he thought he had to be that type of music. Like, so his first album, it's all like, you know, angry, hating your dad music, I guess is how, I don't know where I saw that. I think it was in a Bowling for Soup song, because Bowling for Soup used to make fun of the that type, and they were like, music, dad hating music and all that kind of stuff. I don't know how to like peed off at the world type of music. Yeah, Mud Shovel. Great song, by the way. But he said he had made a comment and he had said that's he thought he had to be that way. And then if you notice, like as the albums went on, it was softer and more. I mean, he still had the feeling of it, but it wasn't as dark as with as Mud Shovel. But he does country now, so that's kind of crazy. Heather Whatever goes 9 Inch Nails. Yeah, Trent Reznor is awesome. Great song, Wendy Marino. That one's probably that song by Stained is one of my favorite all-time favorite music videos. It starts off with him lighting a cigarette. And it literally, and then it pans out and he starts, and the music starts playing, like the guitar. And I'm like, oh. Julissa go. I was gonna mention him. Darius Rucker from Hootie and the Blowfish went the other way too. I was gonna mention him. I think he went. I think Darius Rucker won an award for something because he popped up on my feed. I don't follow him, but he popped up on my feed for some odd reason. I Need to Fish goes, I used to be a corn freak. I still kind of am. I was too. I went through a terrible breakup years ago. Terrible breakup. And that breakup literally it killed my soul. With my little southern accent there. Might as well add it in. It killed my soul. So I used to love music, but after the breakup I could not listen to anything. So then it started off with 7 Days Away. It's a 7 Days Away. It's not like a big known band, but they're getting back together because they're writing new music and so I can't wait. So that band has a little special hurt because it got me back into music. And then Korn. I got back into Korn. Alan Jackson is great. Shania is a good. I've watched her Netflix. I think she has I like to watch those biographical kind of shows that they have on Netflix. So I watched the Shania one and I really liked it. She looks great. Heather Whatever goes, I've been metal since before most of you were born. We don't go to elevator music generally. Julissa goes, glad you're hurt as well now. Yes, it took a while, but I became a phoenix and I grew out of the ashes to a new like a phoenix. I Need to Fish goes, I met Skrillex in Manhattan once. Skrillex is a cool, they're cool. Oh no, Skrillex is that. I'm thinking of the wrong person. Skrillex is the I'm thinking of Skillet. Skrillex is that. Yeah, is the DJ that kind of does the dubstep. I was thinking you said Skillet. Bernadette goes, I named my daughter after Shania Twain. Beautiful name. It is. Mr. Ruck Gaming, what's up? Kyle goes, Shania Canada represents. Elaine, 30 Seconds to Mars. I like that one song where they're in I forgot the name of that song that they do, but that's the only really song I like from 30 Seconds of Mars. I Need to Fish, he started off as an emo singer and then he went to become a DJ, if I'm not mistaken. Or I don't know if he does both because I don't really follow him. Bernadette goes, I was gonna name her Isis. Glad I. Oh, yeah. Daniel goes, I guess Elaine the Kill. That's my favorite song by them. That's pretty much the only one I really like by them. I don't really. I saw them live once. But let's get into the next article. Because we're going. So for the guys just tuning in now, we were talking country. We're talking music. Dolly Parton. Who doesn't like Dolly Parton? Working 9 to 5. Dun, 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 dun. I'm sorry. Where do you think I got 9 to 5? I know, super off topic. Dolly Parton's pretty cool. She's cool. So as we go back into an article, because I wanted to share some articles. I know I'm having too much fun. Gutter Girl's like, sing it, Lisa. Jen, thank you for dropping by. I'm glad you were able to drop by. I think anyone would go to see Dolly. I don't know. There's a few that won't. I'm sure there's someone that'd be like, no. I mean, if you had a chance, I would go see her. I Need to Fish goes, is it that song about being a streetwalker? I was thinking it was from the movie that she's in. But I don't know. I don't know the history of it, to be honest with you. So I'm just like, all right, guys, this next article I got from Water Dragon. I haven't seen her in the chat in a while, so I'm kind of glad that I got an email from her. So, hello, Water Dragon, if you're watching on the replay. And thank you for sharing this article. She had emailed me at graysonreport13@gmail.com. And this is the chilling tale of the Yuki Ona. I think I talked about her before. The Yuki Onna is a fascinating tale tightly woven into the tapestry of Japanese mythology. And I love Japanese mythology. Found under the light of the moon on a snowy night, she's equally as ethereal and enchanting as she is eerie and unsettling. She's often depicted as a tall, beautiful woman with long black hair and icy blue lips. Her skin has an otherworldly pallor and even appears transparent at times, camouflaging her against the snowy landscape. A popular retelling of the Yuka Ono comes on a very cold winter evening when two woodcutters miss their ferry due to a snowstorm. Minokichi and his master, Mosaku, rushed to find shelter in an empty boatman's hut nearby. It was small and didn't even have a place to light a fire, but since it lacked windows, they decided it was safe enough for the night and secured the door behind them. However, at night, Minokichi struggled to sleep, finding himself drifting between planes of consciousness. He was eventually awoken by a terrible roar and the slamming of the door. In the soft light of the night, he spotted a woman dressed in white, bent over Masuku, breathing a strange, thick smoke upon him. Mino- Minokichi couldn't find it in him to scream when the woman noticed him, moving slowly in his direction until they were face to face. Up close, he noticed her beauty contrasted with her terrifying eyes. Finally, she spoke. I wanted to treat you like your master, yet I can't help but feel some pity for you. You're so young and pretty, Minokichi. I won't hurt you, but if you ever tell anyone what you saw tonight, I'll know and I'll come to K you. She then left, and Minokichi rushed to lock the door, returning swiftly to the master's side, only to find him dead and ice cold. The next morning, Minokichi was found by the ferryman lying beside his dead master. He was ill for a time and eventually recovered, returning to his usual trade. However, he never spoke of the Yuki Onna. The following year, he found himself on the road in winter once more. This time, he crossed paths with a slim, good looking girl named Oyuki, meaning snow. She was an orphan headed for Yido, and Minokichi was charmed by her as she was by him. After a time, he introduced her to his mother, who grew to like Oyuki as well. So the two decided to get married. Together, they had 10 children, all with a pale complexion. One night, while Oyuki was sewing by the light of a paper lamp, her pale white skin reminded him of that deadly snow maiden he once encountered. Seeing you sewing there with the light Seeing you sewing there with the light on your face, it reminds me of a strange woman I saw when I was young, just as beautiful and white as you are now. She was so very like you. In a twist of faith, of course, Oyuki and the Yuki Ono were the same. But did she K her now husband or forgive him with betraying her command? Only time will tell. The Ona is such a popular Yukai Japanese spirit that she can be found in many works of fiction today, including a Yuki Onna inspired Yu-Gi-Oh card named Yuki Onna, the Icicle Mayakashi, and a Yuki Onna boss fight in the video game Neo? Where else have you seen or heard of the Yuki Onna? That's a cool article. What did you guys think of the article about the Yuki Onna? Lorraine, what is up? My laptop is distracting me because it's stuck. It has the white ring of death. Hold on here. Let me see if I can. Because this is kind of what I. Hold on. This is what I use as my second screen. Heather, whatever goes scary. I Need to Fish says that was less interesting. I know the first article was amazing. Lorraine goes, I'm alive. I'm glad you made it, Lorraine. Tyranna goes, cool story. What is going on? My tablet is going berserko. Doesn't want to load for some odd reason. Holy crap. I got things falling off my desk now. Cheryl goes, great story. Heather whatever goes, too many windows. No, I literally don't have any windows open. It's just doing something weird. Sometimes it does that. Oh, there it goes. It loaded. Give me a second, guys. I hate when that happens. All right. Now it looks like it's working. Heather Whatever Goes Ghost Tablet. D Nice Ghost started off with a bang, but loved it. Still cool story. Still chowing down so I don't bite my nail. Julissa goes, it was a good story. That was good. It wasn't as good as the first one, but of course I wanted to start off with a bang, so hey. Thought it was good. So we got another article I want to share that I had found. Julissa goes, I missed the first one. I'll watch the beginning later. Yes, the first one was like the best. It was a really good, well-written article. I love those type of articles where it's like super, it's well written. Sometimes you get these articles and it's like, I should have read these before I shared it. But glad you're able to make it, Julissa. So this one is from you, lad. If it will load. It's a white screen, everybody. It doesn't want to load. What the heck? Nothing wants to work now. Let me see if I can reload it. What? Oh, here it is. The ghost didn't want me talking about it. Bernadette goes ghost screen. No, I actually had it at the top. Heather Whatever Goes ghost screen as well. Julissa goes, it's a ghost screen. All right, this one's from Unalad, and it goes, driver shares terrifying photo of ghost standing by their car after a horrific crash. And this article was released today. There have been incredible moments of paranormal events throughout history, and whether you believe it or not, some things just can't be explained. But even the most skeptical of people might even believe this strange story. Do you believe in late relatives coming back to visit you? This is what one man thinks after a bad car accident left his car totaled and a bizarre photograph exposed a spooky figure lurking in the background. At Owen medicine 2753 wrote, so early in the year, I had a car accident. A 4x4 did an illegal U-turn and it T-boned my car. I was driving and my partner was in the passenger seat. Once everyone was out and by the side of the road away from the accident, I quickly wanted to grab some photos of the accident. I took 4 pictures and was shaky when taking the pictures, and one came out the most clear. What was in the picture, I hear you ask? A creepy figure which almost looks translucent. I'll go back to the picture, guys, when I finish the article. The driver explained, in the pic I have attached, nobody was there when I took the photo, but standing by the driver's side door where I was looks to me like a man who actually reminds me of my grandfather who passed away when I was 12, and then people who knew him think it's him too. It's not unheard of for families to claim that relatives have come back from the grave to check on them. But there's also a possibility that it could be someone else due to the location of the crash. The Redditor said, may I add, comma, my accident happened right near a cemetery, but yeah, let me know what you guys think. Comments suggesting that the figure may indeed be a ghost quickly flooded in with some flooded in, with some begging to see the poster's grandfather for comparison. One person speculated whether the person was a ghost who had passed away at the location. Looks like he's wearing a light blue shirt and the sleeves are rolled to his elbows. Maybe light brown hair. An adult, but not old. He may have long sideburns or beard. I'll bet he isn't the only person to die there. Another wondered whether this was the poster's grandfather coming in to check that he was fine after the accident. I've had deceased loved ones come through to give me comfort and guidance during difficult times. I think this may very well be your grandpa coming through to support you during this traumatic experience. There were speculation about whether the man had been visited by his very own guardian angels. It's your guardian angel, he showed himself to you. Someone else, however, thought that the ghostly figure could be an old rock star. It definitely the ghost of Sid Vicious playing shirtless at the Pistols' last gig at the Winterland in SF 1978. Well, either that or phone cameras suck at night and it's a lens aberration and flare from the oncoming car. The poster hasn't yet replied with a photo of his granddad for reference, so commenters are left to wonder who the ghostly person is and why they turned up at the scene of the crash. So this is the said photograph. There is like this ghostly figure standing by the driver's side door. So guys, what do you think of this photo? Heather whatever goes, ha, Grandpa's Sid Vicious. Bernadette goes, I always believe your loved ones are always with you. Chris Barber goes, I feel my Aunt Deb all the time. I was thinking why Toby Keith appeared in my feed all of a sudden, and it comes to mind that I guess it's saying, it doesn't say if he's in remission or anything, but it's saying that he has stomach cancer. Well, that is what my mom had and passed away from. So I was wondering why he popped in my feed all of a sudden. And I think that might be why. It was kind of like a sign from my mom, because my mom had passed away from stomach cancer. It had started in her stomach and spread. But I do believe that our loved ones are with us, like Bernadette does. Heather whatever goes, Lisa could be. I was just thinking that because I was reading. I knew he had cancer, and then I was like, oh, what kind of cancer? Like, just to read on, and it said stomach cancer, and I was like, wait a minute. That's what my mom passed away from. Julissa goes, terrible. Elaine goes, it could be. So, like, a sign of my mom. So I was like, I'm following him. Because I go, he was my favorite country singer. And now I'm even more of a fan because he's out there on stage battling cancer. He's not letting it stop him. Chris Barber goes, then my aunt is probably mad at me at my bad eating habits. So what, guys, what are your thoughts on this creepy figure, which is almost looks translucent, that happens to be by the driver's side of the vehicle? Heather whatever goes, great courage. It is. Heather whatever goes, great courage, as I said. I mean, it doesn't look like Sid Vicious to me, but D Nice goes, I got chills looking at the photo. Tyrana goes, could be a sign and her watching over you. Definitely about the Toby Keith coming into my feed all of a sudden. Bernadette goes, speaking of this picture, it could be something, but it could also be a reflection. Yeah, it could be, because there's a light at the end. Lorraine goes, I don't see anyone in the photo. It's here. Here it is kind of enhanced. It's just a like it looks like a figure, like a shadow. Heather whatever goes looks a little clean cut for Sid. Oh no, Diane. I hope you didn't get too much water. Julissa goes, I see it. It could be a little bit of both. Heather whatever goes, I'll put Toby on the end of my prayer list. That's how I remember them. Memorize. Cheryl King goes, not sure who it looks like. Bernadette goes, why am I seeing Elvis? Was there an Elvis? So, huh? Elaine goes, my father-in-law just passed away of lung and brain cancer, F cancer, and lift up those who are in the fight. Sorry to hear that, Elaine. And I agree, F cancer. Sorry for your loss, Elaine. That's rough. Hearts for Elaine, guys. Lorraine goes, I see now. Yeah, it's some weird. I mean, but then again, there's like a reflect, like light at the end in this picture that kind of comes through, so it could be from that. Heather, whatever goes, looks like 60s horn rimmed glasses. Bernadette says, I see those big glasses he wore. With sideburns, as Chris says. How do you see Elvis? I don't see Elvis in that. To me, it kind of looks like he has headphones around his neck, or like a super big neck. It's crazy looking. I don't see Elvis though. Chris Barber goes, Elvis is all I see. Bernadette goes, that's the DJ in you, Lisa. Headphone. Heather whatever goes, I don't see Elvis either. Yes, big neck, smaller head. That's what it looks like. Big, huge neck and a small head. Diane goes, looks like a small man in my floorboards of my car. But then the guy, he said that it reminds him of my grandfather, but he hasn't posted his grandfather, so we don't know what his grandfather looks like. I need the fish goes, if it were Elvis, I wouldn't see nothing but a hound dog. That's a good one. Ain't nothing but a hound dog. I'm going into tune in this stream. Daniel, I picked up two 15-inch PA DJ speakers for $50. That is super cool. Awesome, Daniel. Good deal. D Nice goes, you got a good singing voice too. Thank you, D Nice. Julissa goes, I love the singing. Bernadette goes, actually, Elvis is at Nerd Report Studio. Well, that's who I thought you were talking about first, Bernadette. I was like, Elvis? And then I started looking for the alien. D Nice is going karaoke. All right, we got another article, and I thought it was kind of interesting. I kind of going with. Gunner Girl goes, can we all send some love and prayers to Marcella and Bella Bing Bing? Marcella posted Bella was at the vet with a racing heart and she's not sure what to do. Oh my gosh, let's hearts for Marcella and Bella Bing Bing. And let's please send our healing energies and prayers her way. I hope Bella Bing Bing is okay. Let's keep Bella Bing Bing and Marcella in our thoughts. And hope that Bella Bing Bing can return home soon. That's rough. But thank you, Gunner Girl, for letting us know. Gunner Girl goes, I had to put my dog down 3 years ago and it was the hardest decision of my life. It is. Cause it's like your it's a family member. So it's tough. I lost one of my cats at the beginning of summer and it's still hits it hit me later because usually it hits me this time it hit me later. And because whenever I got home, he used to greet me, and then he's not here anymore, but he's here in spirit. But it was rough. I need to fish goes, I stray away from calling pets family, but I understand. Elaine goes 100% for babies or family. Chris Barber goes, especially if they still have a lot of exactly. It's with anybody when you feel like they have so much life to live, and then even with human family members, it's the same way. It's hard. Heather Retta Rose, yes, precious friends forever. D Nice goes, Butter is gonna live forever. I don't know, she is my daughter. Or I don't care, she's my daughter. I need to fish, I totally understand. I know some people are, so I totally understand. I feel like some way I feel like in a way I am too in some ways, but it still does affect me. It just may not affect me as with other people, as like other people. But I totally understand you. Heather, whatever goes, that's right. Yes, we had to do that with my husband. It's rough. It's hard. Especially when it happens all of a sudden. Julissa goes, it's a horrible thing to have to do. It's been 20 years since I had to do it, and I still choke up thinking of my coca or coco. There are fur babies. We do everything for them. Exactly. We don't deserve them sometimes. And I agree, Heather Wetter. Pets don't have long enough time. They don't. They age quicker than we do. Bernadette goes, my heart is still fresh for my 2 fur babies. Rest in peace, Puss in Boots and Cookie. Diane goes, I couldn't put my 17-year-old tuxedo man down. He died at home. It's rough. It is, especially because they become your companion and they're there. They accept you for you. It doesn't matter if you have faults or you're not perfect. They don't care. They accept you for you. I agree. I need to fish. Appreciate what you have while you have it. And I try to think this way too, at least um I'm happy and my health is good. So I think of that as a blessing. Hearts for everybody in the chat, guys. Cuz it is rough. Heather, whatever, so grateful for their hearts. May they be rewarded for their service. Exactly. D Nice goes, she sleeps in my bed most of the time. Her bed is under my desk, but she clings to me since my surgery. Wow. All right, guys, I have one more article and then we'll open it to kind of lighten the mood a bit because we kind of went into the dark side. Because sometimes I don't like going into the dark side, but I know sometimes we need to. But we'll lighten up the mood a bit here and then we'll open it up for questions. Just one last article. Because it goes with the holidays, so I thought it was kind of cool. Because I like to keep it light here. I don't like to get all, but I know sometimes you need to, and you need to vent and you need to talk about things, which I don't mind, because we need to do that. So this one is my very last. It's a short article, and it's from Visit Santa Claus, one of Arizona's ghost town, and I thought it was kind of cool. It goes, there's a town called Santa Claus? Arizona has plenty of ghost towns, at least 19 with freestanding structures, according to an Exus and analysis. State of play. Most are remnants of our mining days, and some, like Jerome and Tombstone, have been given new life as tourist destinations. But there's one jolly spot we hadn't heard of: Santa Claus. Flashback. Nina Talbot found Santa Claus in 1937 on land she owned northeast of Kingman. Her plan was to create a Christmas themed town to attract tourists and eventually land buyers to the remote desert area per Atlas Obscura. There were several kitschy buildings, and children could meet Santa any day of the year. The post office was particularly popular in December as children delighted in receiving mail postmarked with the town name. Yes, but the tourist trap never gave way to the real estate empire Talbot envisioned. She sold Santa Claus in 1949. The town restaurant survived until the 70s. The gift shop shuttered in 1995. Weathered Santa signs, burnt out Christmas light bulbs, graffiti covered buildings, and a derailed miniature train were the only remnants of the place for decades. The latest, you won't see much if you venture to the town today. In 2021, the remaining buildings were razed. It's been on the market since at least 2015, but does not appear to have sold yet. I did not know there was a Santa Claus town, so I wanted to share that with you. Chris Burgos, come to the dark side. We have cookies. Heather, whatever goes, my friend took me to Kingman. D Nice goes, yay, still monetized, got an ad right now so far. Gene Rick, what's up? I need to fish go Satan Claus. Bernadette goes, I was born in the dark. Others merely adapted it. Bane. No one knew who I was until I put on the mask. Sorry. Heather, whatever goes, there is one in Southern California, some Christmas name. I have to look that up because I don't remember one around here with some Christmas name. I'll have to look that one up, Heather, whatever. Bernadette goes, yes, Bane. I love Bane, sorry. Bane is great. Heather, whatever goes by Solvane, I think. Oh, I'll have to look that up. I gotta check that out. All right, guys, I'm gonna open it up to questions. Chris Barber. So if you got any questions, go ahead and ask them. Chris Barber goes, there is an Xmas town in Michigan, I think. I think there's one up north, like in Washington, if I'm not mistaken. Washington State. I Need to Fish said that dude was good in The Revenant. Heather, whatever, one in Indiana too? Huh. I don't know about a town that's Christmassy all year round. I think I'd go crazy. Christmas music is driving me nuts already. It's like, it goes on, it's like, dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. And I'm like, and they're all with the hats. I'm like, I'm all like, I'm like, no. Julissa loves Christmas music. I cannot stand Christmas music. I Need to Fish it is. It's over and over and over. I've got 3 weeks to go before they stop it. And then what else? I don't know what else songs comes, but it's all Christmassy. And I just feel like when the songs come out, it's like the light is shining while they're singing and they're on stage. I feel like it's those type of Christmas songs that I'm hearing at work. Bernadette goes, we have a North Pole place here in Colorado. The weird thing is they have real kangaroos running around. That is cool and weird at the same time. I Need to Fish goes, I do like some Frosty the Snowman. Heather Whatever goes, the Santa Claus in California is gone. It was by Carpenter Terra. There is a Santa figure left. I looked it up. Oh, cool. Heather Whatever go, oh, that, yes, they do play that one. Grandma got run over by a reindeer. Sorry. Oh no, I'm singing Christmas songs. I'm gonna go crazy. Diane goes, my nephew just sent me pics of a botanical garden all decorated in SoCal. Cool. Elaine goes, Polar Express is on my TV at all time right now, kiddos. Oh. Heather Whatever goes, Lisa should be a country singer. I could get the twang, that's for sure. What other one? They play Santa Baby. I think I've heard that one. I Need to Fish. I like. Oh, I love A Christmas Story. I'm with you. That's probably. Yeah, I love A Christmas Story. Ah! Bernadette goes, if I hear Mariah Piggy one more time, if you know, you know. You know, ironically, I have yet to hear that song. I don't want to keep it that way. Thank you, Tyranna. I have to watch. I saw it on. I forgot where I saw it. I think it was on one of the streaming services, and I was gonna watch it the other day. I think it was on Hulu. Julie, I know I did. I'm like Christmas music, and I'm all like, oh my gosh. I'm just missing the hat and the cane. I need to fish the duck. He's smiling. Yeah, he's looking at me thinking I'm going crazy. No, Gunner Girl, I heard of that. Have you seen the new A Christmas Story Christmas? It's the whole cast grown up except the dad. He passed away in real life. No, I heard of that and I haven't had a chance to watch that. I need to check that out. Diane goes, what's the song about? It's cold outside. Where does it go? Baby, it's cold outside, or something like that. I don't know the words to that one. I haven't heard that one in a while. I don't think I've heard that one yet. Matthew goes, I listened to Beach Boys Christmas, still listen to Me Alec McBill Christmas album with Robert D. Jr. Did a song. Bernadette goes, I do like Jingle Bells, Batman smells, Robin laid an egg, Batmobile lost its will and the Joker ran away. Hey, sorry. D Nice goes, Descanso Gardens in La Canadad, Flint Ridge, northeast of Glendale, might be the gardens you were talking about because they do the pumpkin patch for Halloween. I went last year when they had the ofrenda. Cool. Also, Cape Breton Christmas, Canadian Scottish music. No, I do. I've never heard of that one, Matthew. Kind of cool. I made a dashing through the song. I think I go dashing through the snow in a beat up Chevrolet, crashing through the walls, laughing all the way. I forgot what I did. It was a zombie one. I need to look it up. It was crashing through the snow in a beat up Chevrolet. Mowing zombies. I forgot what I said something was zombies. I remember I made a zombie one. I have to find it. Diane goes, yes, it's baby. It's cold outside. They were banning it a couple of years ago because he wanted her to stay. Julius is like, see, you do like Christmas music. No. Bernadette goes, I still have my Halloween decorations up in my office. I did put lights through around them. I have a spooky Christmas tree that I need to put up, and I still haven't. I just don't know where I want to put it yet, but I need to put it up because Christmas is going to be here before I can even put it up. Tyranna! Thank you for that super sticker. Hearts for Tyranna, guys. Thank you for the support, Tyranna. You're awesome. Lorraine goes, did you know Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree is on the charts after 65 years? It's the best Christmas party song. No, I did not know. That's kind of cool. I think, I've heard that. Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree. It's just, I heard that one. That's one of the ones I hear. That one I've heard several times. I try to drown it out, like I don't listen to it. It's noise when I'm at work. D Nice goes, baby, it's cold outside is totally a canceled song. Even I was creeped out by it as a kid. Let her leave, you creep. Bernadette's asking Home Alone or Home Alone 2, which is better. I love Home Alone 2 more. I haven't seen him in a long time, to be honest with you, Bernadette. It's been a while. I liked them both, but it's been a while for me to remember which one I liked both better. It's been a while. It's been a while with the Home Alone franchise. Macaulay Culkin just got his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Lorraine goes, baby, it's cold outside was written by a couple who had their friends over a lot. Then it ended up being recorded by everyone. Say what's in the drink is the line people question. It was, ha! I need to fish goes, New York. I think it was last week when I think Zac Efron got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame today. I think it was Zac Efron, guys. I had to read the comments. Okay, I'm one of those where I'm like, okay, what are the comments? I need to fish with a cup of coffee. Coffee. Daniel Miles goes, wasn't he 17? Julissa go and Heather, whatever goes, the king of high school musical. Yeah, that's what the comments were. Chris Barber says all you have to do is pay and you could get a star. That's what all the comments were. They were like, you could pay such and such amount and get a star. I mean, I guess if you can afford that, then it is an accomplishment. But I thought it was like they awarded it to you, but I guess you have to pay a certain amount. Julissa goes, my husband just said that too. Yeah, I really thought that you you had to accomplish something to get the star, but then that's what the comments were saying, that you pay a certain amount, and I was like, "That's all you do?" But I guess if you have that amount of money to pay to get the star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, I guess it is an accomplishment. Yeah, that's what I read, Heather whatever. That they like Macaulay Culkin bought it, or Zac Efron paid a certain amount of money. I don't know how much it is. But it's probably not, like, easy money. It probably is a good amount, so I'm assuming, I don't know how much because I never looked it up, but, I guess to be able to afford to do that is a blessing, because a lot of us can't afford that, so but I always thought it was like an accomplishment or a gift. Daniel goes, "Money will buy almost everything." True. Julissa goes, "I thought it was an honor too, sad that it just takes" exactly. Heather Rider goes, "Maybe it's stars, but they get you for the cost." Wow. Chris Chris Barber goes, "I'm waiting for the Kardashians to get a star." I Need to Fish says, "The Beatles tried to tell you." Gunner Girl thought it was earned too. I Need to Fish. Oh, yes, money can't buy me love. D Nice goes, "I wonder, do they get to choose the location or is it built on?" I have no idea. I don't think you can pick the location, because it has to obviously be a spot where there's, room. Diane goes, "I heard that lately. I think maybe the first ones were honors." Lorraine goes, "Donated from around the country and even the UK and Australia." Wow. Gunner Girl just looked it up and she said it's 30,000 to buy one. Wow. So I mean, I guess that's like a car. Actually, nowadays a low-end car. But nowadays, yeah, before it used to be, but that's what I'm saying. I guess if you have the money to buy one, that's an accomplishment. But if that's the case, that means anyone with 30,000 can buy one. D Nice goes, "Don't have your star be placed near a Scientology building." Nope. They'll try to shut down the ceremony. Jerry Tyranno go crazy. That's a lot of money. It is. That is crazy. Julissa goes, "I think you do have to be some kind of artist though. So do you have to be like a movie star to get one, or celebrity, I should say?" Daniel goes, 30 to buy. How much more if you want it somewhere specific? I know. Like, you could probably, if you give them more, they'll probably put it where you want it. Jennifer Murray goes, "Good as an excuse to stop cleaning. Don't want to anger the internet." Julissa goes, "Music or film." Okay, that makes sense. Brandon's in the house saying, has everyone hit that like button yet? What's up, Brandon? Lorraine goes, my sister said she wouldn't watch Home Alone because it's about violence. I haven't talked to her in years, not because of that. Wow. That's crazy. D Nice goes, Brandon, you missed the country rant. Yes, I was talking country. She's gone country. Look at her boots. And the boots I have are Doc Martens. I need to fish because Lisa's boots were made for walking. Lorraine, I agree with you. I feel it's about a kid deciding to defend his home and he outsmarts the crooks. I agree with you. He was smart. He was a smart kid. D Nice goes, Doc Martens are indestructible. I have to watch that one again. I haven't seen that one in years. It's been a while. Been a while. Daniel Miles goes, Nancy Sinatra boots. She's like, these boots were made for walking. Walking's what they do. I don't know the words to it. I just know the melody. I don't know really know the words for the. Daniel goes, I have 2 LPs good for scratching. Oh, she goes, yes, you know it's true. And one day these boots are gonna walk all over you. Do 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 do. Sorry, I'm in the tunes today. Thank you, Need for to Fish. I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm belting in tune today. On today's stream, Lisa belts out in tune. I Need to Fish has been rapping for 20 years. Super cool. Daniel Miles goes, what do you get for $10? 2 live crew? Heather, whatever goes, you have a good voice. Mine bites. The dog leaves the room. Matthew goes, I got the translucent And Cobalt Blue Guardians Volume 3 vinyl soundtrack for under 13 when they go for whoa, wow, super cool. Daniel goes, I've been a DJ for 20 years. That is super cool, Daniel. Tyran's like, keep singing for us. Cheryl goes, you had some great stories today, Lisa. Thank you, Cheryl. The grap purple color you see through. That's still cool, though, Matthew. That's a cool color. I Need to Fish goes, rest in peace, MF Doom. Daniel's been I'm so jealous of you, Daniel. Daniel's been a guitar player for 40 years. I always wanted to learn. Tyrana goes, thank you, Lisa, for the great stories. You're very welcome. Daniel goes, I'm old though. And this is how I put it. You're only as old as you feel. Age is just a number. I have an acoustic guitar and in my closet somewhere. And a electric guitar in my closet somewhere. But I can play it, but not how I envision me playing it. Julissa goes, thank you so much, Lisa. Great show. All right, guys, any last minute questions before I end this stream? Any last minute questions, guys? I had a blast on this stream. Daniel goes, I'm getting a brand new guitar for X-Men. Oh, super cool. Gunner Girl goes, I needed this tonight. Thanks, Lisa, in the game. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it, Gunner Girl. Lorraine goes, another early song I learned was Jeremiah was a bullfrog. Bump, bump. One last song I'm belting out. No, I did not find. I was actually looking for shorts for Gary. Bernadette is asking, did you find little shorts for Gary yet? I was looking, but I haven't found any yet. I actually was looking. Chris Barber goes, I had a great time tonight. So did I, guys. I enjoyed this stream. Brandon goes, we need a Lisa karaoke night. Oh, Matthew, just remind me, the Skeleduck. Guys, the Skeleduck is right there. I was trying to do it this way, but is right there by Ronald's hand. Skeletal hand. For all y'all that I put it kind of in an easy place, but I'm running out of spaces to put them. But that's where Skeleduck is. Just so you know what he looks like for the next stream. Heather Whatever goes, true, Lisa laugh is perfect. Bernadette goes, this was fun, Lisa. Good ring, Lisa. Tyrana from Heather Whatever, thank you. Tyrana goes, fun stream tonight, needed the laughs, good times, super awesome. Alright, guys, I'm gonna end this absolutely awesome fun stream tonight. I had a blast. I hope you guys did too. I'll see you on the next one, which will be Saturday at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. One last thing, I think Nerd Report, or not Nerd Report, Nuke the Fridge posted a video, if I'm not mistaken. Hold on here, because I kind of got. Did he? Give me a second before I end. No, he didn't. I thought he did, because I saw live. Oh, maybe he didn't. I thought he did, but keep an eye out on Nuke the Fridge, because I thought I got notified, but maybe he has something up his sleeve. But keep an eye on Nuke the Fridge. Subscribe to Nuke the Fridge if you haven't done so. I'll see you on the next one, which will be Saturday at 7 or 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Be there, be squared, stay spooky, guys. Thank you guys. You guys are awesome. I had a blast tonight, and good night. Sweet dreams. Until the next one.